Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Orange County Beans podcast. We just talk about random shit. We pick a couple topics every week. Sometimes we'll revisit them, or if we need to update, we'll annotate it. All right. So, what's the first topic for today, guys? Any interesting things to share?
Yeah, what about, bro? You don't even have your mic. You're just in the fucking background.
What about introducing ourselves?
I know, dude.
All right. Let's go around the table. Let's start with
No last names. You fucking said your last name last
Yeah,
time.
you said your.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
Dox yourself.
You doxed
fuck?
yourself.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
No, you guys go first. Go.
True.
All right. My name's Javier. I 27.
You don't need to put all your info out there. Come
My
on.
social security is.
My blood type is.
Yeah. I'm Caesar. My credit card ends with. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm Oscar. I'm skinny as fuck.
I am Sergio. Nothing much to say, really.
I'm Ben. If you need money, don't ask me.
Unless you're family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless
'cause-
you're Ben's sister, in
Yeah.
which case
Yeah,
I
pretty
always
much.
ask for money.
In which case,
So, what's the first topic for today?
So we already did kind of getting to know who everyone is. We have topics are ghosts,
Ghosts.
the Ohio River dump, Men in Black, immigration, and UFOs.
Men in Black, like the movie, or Men in Black, like the agency.
Like the agency.
Oh,
Wait, that's actually a thing. I didn't know
Well,
Men in
it's
Black
like
was
a-
actually.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
it's like a conspiracy thing.
It's like a weird conspiracy. They come in and they're like, they're weird looking. They're like they're bald. They barely have any facial like distinguishable like facial features, and they're very like clammy and shit. Some of them don't even have like fingerprints or fingernails. They're like really weird. They're like alien looking motherfuckers.
Oh, what the fuck?
Wait,
That's
yeah.
fucking weird.
So,
Is
bald
it-
people in the South?
Is it like the one black guy in Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah, but white.
Damn.
Yeah, but normal.
You know, you guys know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, bubbles.
Bubbles. Cobra
I,
Bubbles.
I forgot. Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot his name, but
Yeah.
yeah, that one.
Boobless.
And she's like, "Have you ever killed anyone?" I'd like to change the subject, please.
You're gonna get us demonetized. Why are you like
That's what
talking
she
about?
says.
No. You're
Dude,
talking
do you know
Disney.
how Disney is with their copyrights? Stop.
You
Yeah,
can
dude.
talk about it. You just can't play the actual audio.
I'm gonna throw my phone at you.
Do it.
Bro, we're
Okay, let's stay in topic then.
So you said the first one was ghosts.
We don't have. Well, it doesn't have to be in that order. We can just pick a topic and just start with that. So, what are we feeling right now? What's most interesting? Or should we
I'm
just do a
feeling
completely
ghosts.
different topic? I mean,
Like ghost encounters we've had, or
Yeah.
I kind of talked about that one time, and it's not really an encounter. It was just
weird.
Like the one at Black Star? You mean?
See, I haven't
Yo,
gone-
that
oh no,
was
we
that
haven't
was
talked
wild.
about that. We
Damn,
haven't
bro.
I
talked
haven't
about
gone.
that.
I was like, I hauled ass.
Damn, bro.
Oh,
Then
God.
I guess you guys better start talking then.
Yeah,
Go
let's
on
just
ghosts.
talk. Yeah, let's go ahead and start with that.
Wait,
Yeah,
the
I
one
mean-
where Esvin did like a front flip, or
No. That was
that was insane asylum.
That
Yeah.
could be a different topic.
Yeah, a different topic. Yeah.
that was
Well, technically, yeah,
That was
that's
before I
illegal.
was-
Well, yeah, because there may have been signs to say no
warning
trespass.
sign.
There's no guarantee that there was. We don't know. There may have been.
I didn't see anything. I can't even read
Yeah,
English.
so-
Yeah.
So for all we know, it's public property. You know, like, we don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no,
But-
that's like that one time I was apparently trespassing. The signs were after,
What signs? What?
like the sign that said no trespassing
That was after you had
was
already trespassed.
after we already trespassed.
Oh.
So shouldn't that be before?
Alright.
It should be, but
And we got stopped by a cop and everything, and they're like, "You realize how suspicious you look?"
Well, because we're brown or what?
it's pretty much.
Basically.
Did you just like turn like onto like an unmarked road or?
No, we jumped. It was me and Dante. We jumped the fence.
Dante.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
And
there's your problem right there.
There's your first no
Yeah,
trespassing
no.
sign is a fucking fence.
Jump
you
the
jump
fence.
a fence, you're trespassing already.
and I don't know. It's just the sign was after.
Well,
After
yeah,
we
well,
already
the-
trespassed.
Well, no shit.
That's what the offense is.
That's what the
then.
fence is for.
Whatever. Shut up.
Hey, I wanna make a controversial proposition.
About
About what?
Invite Dante on the podcast.
no.
See, okay, he's the only one that has a problem with me. I literally called him Tubby one time, and it was like just to kind of get his attention. And it wasn't like it's not like I was directly attacking him about his weight because he was in better shape than I was at
Yeah.
the time, and I don't know how he looks now, so I can't
I don't
really
know,
speak
it's-
on it. But like he took it to heart,
Yeah.
and like he took me off Snapchat, and like for context, like Dante's best friend, and I met him like a couple times, and I thought we were cool because he had
No,
me on
yeah, you guys
Snapchat.
were cool at first.
And then like I don't know, like he took the Tubby thing like a little too far.
See-
Like he took it really like harshly. Like,
Yeah.
Like he acted like I like told him his mom's a whore.
What,
Okay.
what
Yeah,
I found
it
weird
was
about that though was me and Jonathan have told him way worse things, and
Yeah.
he's still friends with us.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, he
Whatever.
never texted me at like 2 a.m. to go
Yeah.
hang out by the river. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I guess we'll have to settle the beef one of these days, maybe.
But
Or we just box it out?
He will not be a guest.
We'll box it out.
Okay, well,
Yeah, not in the podcast.
yeah. Let's just go back to
We'll stream
the.
it. We'll become one of those TikTok boxers.
Oh my god. No, let's just go back to the first topic that we were gonna
Yeah. Ghosts.
begin. Or
Ghosts. Or you guys already went into.
Oh,
that.
so-
we were
um,
talking about. We were
Black
gonna
Star.
talk about
We were
We
ghosts.
went to
talking about
Black
Black
Star.
Yes.
Yeah. How many of us was it, Caesar?
No, dude, it
6 of
was. It was a lot. It was because Flavio got a rental.
Mm.
What was it? What car was it? It was like it fit like 9 of us in there.
He got like a minivan.
Yeah, minivan.
It was a minivan.
Yeah. So he just randomly decided to take us to Black Star. Went over there. There was a group ahead of us, I think, right?
They might have been.
Yeah, because I think we went with Ricardo, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Or, no, it was my cousin. Remember?
Was it?
What time was it?
I thought it was gas money. Like you got gas money, Ricardo.
No, we never took him.
I thought
Velma?
it was the Ricardo
No, we
that
never
starts
hung
his
out
car
with
with a
Did we hang out with
screwdriver.
Velma? Was Shaq there with us?
Oh wait, yeah, he was. But went ahead and the group was ahead of us, so we were behind them by a little bit. We ended up scaring them, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, we were ahead, and then they were behind. Yeah. And then once we got to a point where they couldn't see us anymore, we started screaming. Then they got scared.
Yeah.
They just like Scooby Dooed off into their cars, and then they fucking drove off, and we kept going. And we kept trying to scare each other. It was like, "Oh, you guys hear that? Ooh!" Ooh." And then like somebody pointed it out. I was like, "Wait, actually, shut up!" And then we all just hear like from how like Black Star is like a trail, and then to the side is like a very steep. Was it like hole?
Like a trench, kind
Yeah,
of.
like a trench. Yeah. And then all we hear from the trench is like, "Help! Help!" And we all shat ourselves in that moment. We just booked it for the car. Dude.
I think I was the one who got closest to the end.
Yeah.
And I was trying to like actively look for somebody. And then I was like, you know what? This is some like skinwalker activities. Like I'm gonna go ahead and make like a titty and bounce.
Yeah.
And we all started hauling ass down that trail back to the car.
Yeah.
And I remember being the first one to make it back to the car, and I was like, I don't have the car keys.
Yeah. Flavio had the keys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was the last one.
Probably. No, Caesar was the last one.
Yeah, I was the last one because
Oh,
I had fucking
that.
chanclas. I can't run in chanclas.
Fucking chanclas. What the fuck, dude?
Dude, it was like 12 at night.
Caesar
Yeah.
always wears chanclas.
Bro, you gotta get Crocs, dude. So you can
Yeah,
put
you
the
gotta put
bitches
them in sport mode.
Yo.
off-road mode.
Black Stars has got some fucked
I've
up shit
never-
going on there.
Oh.
I talked to my uncle about it because my uncle's in prison. I told him, I was like, oh yeah, me and my friends, we went to Black Star. Like it's kind of crazy out there. And he's like, oh, you need to be careful up there. And I was like, why? He was like, yeah, so like back in the day, like so my uncle's been a gang member for like 30 plus years. And he's like, yeah, like there was this like hyena back in the day, like she was cracked out and like on meth and shit. And she said she was a saint worshiper, and apparently like she got into a fight with her friend or whatever. So her and her boyfriend like went up there with this girl, and they're like, oh, we're just going on a hike, And this dumb bitch believed them, and they fucking won the hike. apparently they like she had beef with this girl and she thought like they were trying to resolve it. They killed that girl up there, and they decapitated her and they buried her up there. But because Black Star is private property, the OC sheriffs can't go out there without like permission from the owner. Allegedly, the owner's also like into like dark pagan shit or some weird shit. So they've never like found like the body, but he says like yeah, like somewhere up there is like some girl's decapitated head like just buried somewhere along the trail. And, like the KKK that's in Orange County regularly goes up there and like has like meetings and shit.
Damn.
That's why I'm like, oh, like maybe we should stop going at night when they have their meetings and shit because we're gonna get torched.
Damn, bro.
We'll spot him from a mile away. Don't worry.
Yeah.
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 Those
Little white hoods.
The white hoods.
I mean,
Yeah.
and the torches, but yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, we got them gamer eyes.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
game is, bro. My shit's all burnt out on fucking hours of just nonstop gaming at night, dude.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
fucking Blackstar, like I've never been during the night, but I have been like during the day when I used to be like in my school's mountain biking club.
Uh-huh.
We went up there for regular practice, and I went there once with my buddy during the day. Obviously, it was a bitch though. I had a really shitty bike. On the way back down, there's a lot of switchbacks, which is basically where the trail just makes a sharp U-turn going downhill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so my dumbass didn't have like disc brakes. I still had pad brakes that climb up to the fucking wheel. So in order for me to make a turn, I literally locked all my rear brakes and made a power slide U-turn. If I hadn't locked my brakes and made that fucking turn, I would have gone up and over and I would have been gone into the fucking canyon, dude.
I know that U-turn you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I remember I went with Flavio and Caesar, and we were trying to like avoid the U-turn.
Mm-hmm.
So like, we decided to go just down that steep little hill,
Yeah.
and we were all slowly like crawling down.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being in the front. Flavio was behind me, and I think Caesar was in the back. Do you remember that, Caesar? And then you slipped,
No.
smashed into Flavio, and then both of you smashed into me. And to avoid like going off the cliff, I had to spread my legs in between two rocks. I scraped the entire side of both of my calves, but I managed to stop all three of us from moving down further.
I don't think that was me.
Was it Eddie then?
It probably would. Yeah.
That sounds like something he would do.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I had the momentum of two guys behind me, and I scraped the fuck out of the sides of my calves, like in between two rocks. Like, and I used that to like break us,
Yeah.
and we stopped, and then they were able to like gain their composure and like grip on the fucking dirt again. And meanwhile, I like went the rest of the way down, and the stupid trail was only like 2 or 3 feet wide at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So with the momentum of two guys behind me, I would have been fucking yeeted over that trail.
Holy shit.
But I made it down, and like I got up and I dusted my legs off, and they were just caked in blood. I was like sick, so I just had to walk back to the car like that, and I was like, "You're welcome, guys."
Yeah, no, but the difference
I
is
saved
you
your
guys, the difference was you guys were hiking. I was mountain biking. I was going downhill like 10 plus miles an hour.
Fuck.
So you got to realize there's a difference between walking and slipping and going like 10, 15 miles an hour downhill, having to make that fucking U-turn, dude. Like,
Fuck that, dude.
if I didn't know how to ride a bike, I would have just gone up and over the
Deceased.
hill and just straight into the freaking abyss. But yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we're getting a little sidetracked. We're talking about ghosts here, man.
I know, but Black Star Canyon came up.
There's some weird shit going on. I'm pretty sure there's witchcraft going down in Black Star because I remember being it was like in summer where it was like particularly like a drought at Black Star, and there was no water source nearby. Like you could go to Black Star Falls. That's a 7-mile hike in. So I didn't think of it. I was like, oh nah. And like we were hearing shit like behind us and in front of us. I don't remember who I was hiking with. But like we were like hiking, and I kept like hearing like leaves rustling. I was like, "What the fuck? Like, what is that?" And we looked, and there was like tiny frogs that started sprouting up all along the trail. And I was like, "Where the fuck are frogs coming from? Like, there's no water source near us." And I was like, "Oh nah." I listened to my grandma. I was like, "This is a sign of witchcraft." Oh, I started hauling ass back to the car. I was like, "Not today." I still won't go back.
We should.
No,
Nah,
I'm
dude.
good.
It's been
Nah,
almost.
nah.
It's been fucking like 5-6 years since I've gone back.
Damn.
I got bad luck with that shit, so I'm good.
Bro, we need all the bad luck charms for ghosts.
I have pretty bad luck
For ghosts?
for anything,
For anything.
No.
Hey,
No.
bring your camera.
especially for my car.
Oh,
Oh.
factual and factual.
Damn, you think a ghost haunted your car, dude?
Yeah,
Bro, the real bad luck charm for ghost shit is Brian.
that's true.
Oh, remember when he lost his keys when we went to that insane asylum?
Yeah.
And then on the way back, he he lost them because he fell over the fence, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys say that like his keys got snagged on the fence and that's why he ate shit?
I don't know. We never found his keys, I think.
Oh,
No.
really?
Yeah, I don't think we ever did.
I remember going up the trails that they had up there, and everybody was just like saying shit like, oh, like what did you guys do with it? So that's how it started, and I think again, I mean, it's probably just our heads, but somebody or something may have happened, and somebody heard something, and we all started running back. So
A lot of weird shit happened at that insane asylum.
well, it's,
Like-
it's abandoned.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, even when I went with Caesar and Flavio, like, Flavio, when he abandoned us, he left us
Oh,
for
yeah.
dead.
Dude,
Thanks.
bro, if you guys saw what I saw, no, dude, like you would
would've left
believe
it.
fucking ghosts are real, man. Like
Yeah.
dead ass, like when we abandoned you guys.
Me and Louise. And then
Yeah.
Louise was able to outrun me.
Yeah.
And this was years ago. I was still, like, in pretty decent shape.
Yeah.
He was able to outrun me, and I was like, fuck. I was like, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
I was the only one with the camera. I was recording. And I remember seeing, like, something in white chasing me. And I was like, I didn't want to look back, dude. I was hauling ass. And then I remember passing out. And I woke up face down in the grass. And I was like, what the fuck? And I, like, got up and I started hauling ass with my camera still in hand. I don't know how I didn't break my camera. I really don't. I remember I found the fucking Flavio pulls out of nowhere like it's a getaway. He's like, get in. I was like, okay, fucking baby driver. And I get in the car, and Caesar and I try to review the video. The file was corrupted.
Oof.
Every other file was fine, but only that video file was corrupted. And it was like me and Luis running, of like what we saw and shit. And I think what made us run in retrospect was we were like hiding from security, remember? And we like all like turned off our lights and everything, like hid to the sides. And there was a tire, like a car tire, like on its side, like on the floor. And none of us were near it. And when we all went to hide, like we turned off our flashlights and tucked into dark corners so security wouldn't see us. And when we all came out, we turned our flashlights back on. And when we looked back, the tire was rolling towards us. But it's a car tire. Like, it's not something light that the wind can just blow up into a vertical position and start rolling towards us. We were like, what the fuck? We immediately started running. And then what happened the other time with Desvin?
Oh no, those were false alarms. It's
Oh.
just people passing by.
Oh, okay.
But because we were allegedly, trespassing,
May or
Luis-
may not have.
Yeah, Luis brought wire cutters. He fucking cut the fence, and that's how we got in. But yeah, once we were like,
It's
at
public
the-
property. It's okay.
yeah, at the very entrance, of that one section, because it's all fenced off now. There was a car coming. We didn't know if it was security or not, so we all panicked to hide, and everybody was scrambling, hiding in the bushes, and then I just see I'm just on the ground looking up, and it was kind of like a ramp to like a portable, like that you see in school and shit.
Yeah, the temporary buildings?
Yeah. And I just see him climbing up on the rail, and he just like he jumped and went straight down sideways.
You just dolphin dived?
Yeah, like a fucking
Like fucking Assassin's Creed, Ezio fucking
like fucking Kirby, dude. He just fucking right into the fucking bush. And
Like he was headbutting somebody?
like
Jumping an elbow.
yeah, dude. I was trying so hard not to fucking laugh, dude. While the people passed by, I was like, God, yeah, dude.
Dude, who knew
people's
Ezra had that
elbow,
type of
dude.
athleticism? Who knew?
Damn. Hey bro, did he tap his elbow before he jumped?
I'm pretty sure he did.
Wait, weren't we using the one app on the phone that was like a walkie-talkie thing?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That was for the
Scuffed as fuck.
Yeah, it never.
you know
really
when he
worked.
lost the data. And
Yeah, that didn't really work out.
bro, that was scary as shit, man. Like
Yeah.
when we left behind fucking Javier and Luis, you know, me and Brian and Flavio were still like getting ready to get out of the car, and then you know, I step outside and turn around, and then I just see like some figure standing in like the light, so it's just like pure black. I can't see shit, and he's just like menacingly like standing there, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it like why is it not moving? Why is it not moving? And then he just like slowly raises his hand and just like points at us. And that's when I was like, nah, fuck this. Flavio, we gotta go. And that's when I told you guys, run. And I just fucking got in the car. Flavio, you know, he didn't waste a second, dude. He just left you guys.
Yeah, he literally, like, as soon as, like, Caesar's like, run, fucking Flavio puts it in drive. It just takes off. I was like, yo, what the fuck, Flavio? I was like, I thought we were friends. Me and Luis running are like, damn. So we're the sacrificial like targets.
Well, we came back for you guys though.
Yeah, after we hid, dude, we went like a Home Depot nearby at the park, and we were like, fuck, dude. Flavio was like, dude, they were probably dead. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. It was like, we should check on them on the app, and I'm like, no, dumbass, what if they're hiding? And you know, they did it anyway.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So I don't know if you guys remember us trying to communicate to you guys through the app.
It wasn't coming like across like distorted.
Yeah, it wasn't working out great.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was not a fun time. I remember there was that insane asylum by Orange, the one that burned down. And there was like a homeless guy that lived there, and he would like chase people out and shit. I remember one time McLovin, he fucking so
McLovin.
there was a hole like under the fence, and I remember this like bigger Asian kid that we used to hang out with called Ricky. That fool was trying to get under, and he got stuck. And McLovin started panicking, so he's like grabbing his ass cheeks like full, like trying to push him through, and he couldn't get through. He's like, "Fuck it, like I'm gonna get out. Like I don't care about Ricky anymore." So McLovin starts climbing the fence, and he fucking cut his like arms up on the barbed wire, and he was like, "Nah, I don't care, bro. Like cuts will heal, but my death, like that shit ain't gonna come back." So he just fucking he dumped it, and then like he like grabbed Ricky from the other side and he pulled him through, I guess. But it was fucking hilarious when they were telling me. I was like, dude, y'all almost died.
God damn it, dude. Fucking McLovin, man.
Dude, it was a creepy ass building because I remember going in and the building was like burned, you know, and the insides were burned, and there was like a wheelchair in the middle, just like burned to shit. Like the material, the seating material was all burned. It was all gone, and so it was just like the steel like
Frame?
fragments.
Yeah, the frame, or
Yeah.
not even. It wasn't up, or
Yeah.
was it?
No, it was up. And I remember seeing in the hallway, and then like we looked down the hallway, and it's a long hallway, you know.
That just sounds creepy already.
And the fucking wheelchair moves, dude.
Fuck.
No,
And we're
I'm
like,
good.
No.
we fucking pieced out. We like
Yeah, ain't no way.
instant transmission the fuck out of there, dude.
But if it was a ghost in a wheelchair, couldn't you just go upstairs?
Shut the
It was a one story.
It was a ghost.
It's one floor.
I guess.
ass.
Yeah, you go downstairs and then you meet someone else even scarier. Pass.
It's a handy capable ghost.
You're a handicapped ghost.
Yeah.
Some age.
That's what you got out of the story.
Yeah.
The ghost?
Damn, dude.
The handicap. Guy.
The handicap.
Yeah, did I tell you guys about the time that I woke up from well, I wasn't, was I awake? It was like, it's like kind of like when you're like half asleep, right?
Sleep paralysis?
Kind of like you're sleeping but you're conscious of like the outside world, right?
Yeah, I think I've had that happen.
Yeah.
Half asleep.
But then you can't move?
You
Yeah,
can.
but I can't like wake up or like necessarily control my movement.
I think there's sleep paralysis.
Oh, sleeper. Yeah, but this one was fucky, dude. This one fucked me up for like a couple of weeks. I was like, sleeping flat down on my bed, like face down, just like, and then all of a sudden I just feel my legs lifting up, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I swear, dude,
He was like,
like
Theo?
half of my body was like off the ground, and that's when I was like, fuck this, and I I like tried to break out of my paralysis, and then as soon as I did, I was just like, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I'm not going
You
back.
felt
to
your
sleep.
lower body like start
Yeah,
back?
yeah. I was like,
Yo.
I'm not going back to sleep, dude.
You
Fuck
felt
that.
yourself going up, or you thought like,
Dude,
you
I
just-
felt my fucking like my bottom half of my body was being lifted up. I was like,
Damn.
And you're a big guy.
Yeah.
So it's not like your
Strong
mom would go up
ghost.
to you and do that shit to
yeah,
fuck with
no,
you.
no, dude. It's just my mom, dude.
Yeah, your mom's like, no, se va a echar pedo. Y me muero ya.
Yeah, dude, nah. Fuck.
No, yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
I've had several like creepy encounters in my house. I think
Oh yeah.
I think the worst one, it got really close to like my face. It progressively got worse over a couple of nights for several weeks. And I remember my grandma, like, by chance, my grandma got her visa and came to visit me from Mexico. And I was telling her about my dreams. And I remember it freaked me the fuck out the last time. Because I, like, woke up and I saw somebody in front of me. And I remember their like, the details of their face. And it was, like, super, like, unnerving. So I told her about it. And immediately, like, she started, like, blessing, like, my room and shit. And, like, put, like, this little card with, like, a saint on it or something, like, next to my bed. And after that, I stopped having, like, these issues. But it was, like a little girl. Like, she would, like, stand at the end of my bed.
I don't know, dude. Hell no.
Dude, it was creepy.
Fuck
So
that.
she would stand at the end of my bed. And I'd wake up, I'm like, what the fuck? And I remember her just, like, standing there. And I was like, what the fuck? And it was, like, in the summer, so I had, like, a really thin blanket on. So I kicked it, and it, like, floats in the air. And then it goes back down slowly because, it's a light blanket. And when it went back down, she was gone. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, maybe I was hallucinating. I was like, whatever. Go back to sleep. The next day, I see her, instead of at the end of my bed, she's, like, on my right, like, 5 feet away. I'm like, what the fuck? And I, like, kick the bed again. Or I kick the blanket again. Comes back down, gone. And then the third time that happened, she was, like, reaching out to me, like, with her palm, presenting her palm.
Fuck that.
And it
Should've
looked like she
grabbed
had
it.
something small in her hand. It looked like it was small enough to be like maybe like a stack of pennies or something. Like it was a small object. I don't know what the fuck she was trying to give me, but I like freaked out. I was like, ah, and I freaked out and I swung my arm and the blanket went up, came back down, gone. I was like, what the fuck? The last night I think that was the worst night because not only like, so the whole time I could not see her face. I could just see like her silhouette and like kind of like her clothing, but I couldn't see her face. It was like covered with her hair, like not like The Grudge and shit, but like
Yeah. I
like
know.
because it's at night and like obviously some shadows are covered. Saw her face. It was the most terrifying fucking thing I've ever seen in my life, because she came up, and the moment I opened my eyes, she was like 6 inches away from my face. It's like my bed was low, so it's almost like she was like squatting like on the ground, like just looking at me sleep.
Oh, fuck that.
Her eyes completely black, her skin completely gray, and when she opened her mouth, there was no teeth. It was just black. But I remember her having a really big smile, and like she looked satisfied to be close to me. It freaked me the fuck out, and I immediately like I didn't even kick. Like I had the blanket. I remember my knuckles cracking from how hard I gripped the blanket, and I shoved it up over my face, and I stayed like awake that whole night, just gripping the blanket over my head. And I remember sweating from how hot it was because it was summer, and I was under the blanket and I could feel my hot breath. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, I would rather die under this blanket of heat exhaustion than put my blanket down. And I stayed there the whole night. And then eventually, like, I heard like my mom cooking, and I was like I was like, oh fuck, it's at least 7 a.m. So the sun is up, and I didn't move because I sleep on my like facing the right,
Yeah.
and I like immediately like I still kept the blanket over my head, and I moved my arm and I looked to my left. I could see the sunlight. I'm like, so that's when I like rolled over and I opened the blanket just enough to see the sunlight. And when I looked all around the room, there was nobody there. I was like, okay, cool. And then I got up and I went and I told my grandma, and I was like really freaked out about it. And she was like, "Oh, that's weird." And like she started like blazing the house. Coming to find out, I think it was my mom's fault because she had a habit of cleaning houses for really rich people, and they had given her this really creepy ceramic doll.
Fuck that.
It had the
Fuck
same
that.
dress that the little girl had on. It was like a plaid like dress, and it creeped me out. And I remember one time trying.
I'm getting creeped out right now, dude.
It gets creepier. I don't know if I can find the video, but I have a video of me trying to record the doll, and I had a brand new like Galaxy S6. The phone had never malfunctioned because it was brand new. It was like weeks old, and I remember recording around my house, like taking videos and really enjoying the camera. Never had a malfunction. The moment I started to try to record this doll, because it had a weird like wind up thing at the back and it played creepy music. Trying to record the doll, my flash would flicker when it came like to pointing it at the doll. Only at the doll, never around anything else. And I remember I was like, this doll, like it, I wanted to throw it away, but I had like an unnerving feeling to keep it. And I was like, no, there's something wrong here. Like there's something weird with the doll. I didn't want to tell anybody. I literally told my mom, I was like, oh, I threw it away. She's like, oh, okay. I didn't throw that shit away. I did throw it away. But I took it to the backyard and I poured lighter fluid all over it and I set that bitch on fire. I was like, ain't no way, like...
It's gonna come back, dude. That shit will come back.
No, it's been a decade.
You go home and it's in your room.
How old am I? 27. It's been 8 years.
No, I'm talking like if you had thrown it away somewhere, imagine it just come back right back.
Oh,
to
dude,
you.
I feel myself.
No.
No, I set that bitch on fire. I curb stomped it.
Bro.
I threw it in a trash bag. And I threw that shit in like a neighbor's like trash can, like half a mile away. Like, I walked half a mile to throw that shit in someone's trash can. I was like, I don't want to see this shit ever again.
Bro, it's gonna
And-
turn up at your front doorstep tomorrow, dude.
Damn.
Now that you talked
Oh
about it.
shit!
In
you-
Tustin, even though I moved,
I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy one
Fuck.
that looks
It's gonna-
exactly like it.
Fuck no.
dude, I'll hang
Dude.
myself.
Fuck, bro.
This is my last podcast episode. Nah, it was crazy. Like, that one was weird. With a haunted actual object.
Bro, that's fucking crazy though.
But I've had like other experiences with like paranormal shit in my house, and like I don't know what's wrong with like my old apartments. Like they were weird.
Yeah.
Like
What?
my grandma's place, like some guy fucking killed himself
Nice.
before they moved in, and like they would see his shadow of his body hanging from the ceiling, like just randomly. But my grandpa slept in the living room, and he's like, my grandpa's weird. Like, he's like, pinche loco. He's going back to
Bruh.
sleep like nothing happened. And I'm like, yeah. Like my grandma and my cousin saw apparitions in that room. My cousin and I saw an apparition in that house. I saw an apparition, like multiple in my place. Like those apartments are fucky. My neighbor, like I slept over because we like used to be friends, and they lived on the second story. And I remember us being asleep, and us hearing footsteps, and then we see the bathroom light turn on. So we're just looking, and we see somebody walk into the bathroom, but they leave the door open and the light's on, and it's shining down the hallway into the living room where we were sleeping. So we're like, hey, what the fuck? Like it's been like 20 minutes. And we haven't seen anyone come out of the bathroom at this point. So we're like, what the fuck? So we walked down the hallway and checked into the bathroom to see if somebody fell asleep on the toilet or something, you know? But there's nobody in there. But both of us saw somebody walk into the bathroom, and because we heard the footsteps, and then we heard the click of the light turning on. And then like they had those bathrooms where like you turn it on, the light turns on, and then that ceiling fan turns on. So we heard the whirring of the fan. So we're like, oh, somebody's in the bathroom. But nobody ever came out of the bathroom. But we saw somebody go into the bathroom. Yeah, the whole neighborhood's fucking.
Yeah, you gotta like throw the whole neighborhood away. Dude.
Yeah. Oh, and then the other downstairs area, like across from my grandma's house, used to be an old Asian lady. She was pretty cool. Like she would talk to all the little kids. Like she didn't have grandkids. Her kids didn't really visit her. But she had those vertical blinds, or no, not vertical, horizontal blinds. You know, the ones that go across.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she would always like pull one down, and then she would like, see like if there was kids playing outside, and then she'd come out and like give us like cookies or shit. You know, she was a really nice old lady. She ended up dying in her apartment because she was really old, and her kids came and they just like cleaned out all her stuff and sold everything or just got rid of it and shit. And I remember we were there when I think somebody called like wellness check on her because we hadn't seen her in a while. She had died. So the coroner came, bagged her up, took her. Her kids came a couple days later. They cleaned out all her shit. She was gone. The apartment stayed empty for like 3 or 4 months. But I remember one time we were like talking like across from it. And we looked at the apartment and myself, my cousin who was about my age, and her friend who was like about the same age as we were like 15 or 16. We all saw the blinds like come down and then go up. We're like, what the fuck? Someone moved in? So then we told our like the next door neighbor. I was like, oh, like someone moved in finally. Like, who was it? It was like, nobody's moved in. I was like, oh. Sick.
Nice.
Very nice.
Not
Yeah,
nice.
if I become a ghost, I'm gonna haunt your guys' toilets. You're gonna hear loud shits in there.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like pulling my culo hairs or something.
Oh no, nah.
Oh my god.
Nah,
bro.
even as a ghost, I wouldn't. You know.
You're not on that gay shit.
You're gonna
Yeah.
turn into a bidet. You're gonna spit the water back up.
Are you gonna be those?
No, thank you.
Are you gonna be those droplets that when you take a fat shit that just like kiss the bottom of your
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
ass cheeks?
Yeah, besides.
They're gonna kiss your cheeks, like the water.
Hella romantical.
You're gonna walk into the bathroom and it's gonna smell like super bad, but there's gonna be no poop in the bathroom.
Yeah.
In the toilet, and you're like,
No,
oh my
that's
God,
the ghost of
it's
Flavio.
Caesar.
That's the ghost of Flavio, not me, dude.
The fucking Burger King that shut down because of Flavio.
Yeah. This shits were bad.
Yeah, dude. One time
Oh, the
he was
Burger
walking
King?
me home because Flavio and I lived in the same direction, and we're coming home from Caesar's house. And I remember we walked by, and he was like sweating, like he had a shit. So I was like, "Go for it, bro! Like you do you, boo boo." And we stopped at this Burger King, and he took a fat shit. And then, like I think, like the next day, it was shut down. like they're like, "Oh, we should down do the plumbing issues." I was like, "Damn, plumbing, what'd you do? Did you take a football of a shit in the bathroom?"
He was shitting bricks for
Actual bricks.
Yeah.
They was trying to build a house or what the fuck?
Yeah,
Bob the
they were
Builder?
like powerfully like dense and concentrated heat.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was shut down for like almost 2 weeks.
What was?
The Burger King.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it was.
No, I thought it burned down and then
No,
that
this was
it.
like
It was closed for a while and then it burned down.
no, this was like years before that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Damn.
Yeah,
Caesar.
this is like when we were in high school, dude.
Caesar,
Yeah.
you wanna tell you wanna tell your story?
see,
Wait, what's
Fucking
Big
Flavio being disgusting again. Oh,
of what?
Big lots.
not.
I thought
I
we
know
were
we just
talking
talking
about
about big lots.
Wait, what were we talking about this?
We're talking about ghosts.
Oh,
now you're
yeah.
talking about taking a shit.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, because I was gonna haunt your shitter.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I forgot. I mean, it's not much of a story, dude. I
We
just,
go off on tangent a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
just going to Big Lots to take a shit. You know, their bathrooms are fucking disgusting as fuck. So I had to hover, you know. But I somehow, you know, after I finish pooping, I turn around and I look, and half of it is on the toilet seat.
What the?
Yeah.
I was just like, how? I was like, fuck. So I finished wiping, and then I was like, you know, I'm not gonna risk it.
You just left it there.
Yeah, I just left it there. And I saw the flick of me. I was like, oh fuck. So I just ran out the fucking, you know, I was just like, hey, you know, Addie, we need to fucking go now.
We need to fucking go now.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, a ghost picked up your shit and put it on the seat, though.
God damn
It was a ghost.
I mean, I ended up
somebody
doing it
fuck-
again like a couple months later, but Esvin was there. I don't know, dude. I don't know how I missed.
Are you?
Like the bathrooms are so the bathrooms are
That's
so,
how you missed.
the bathrooms are so disgusting. Like I don't even want to be like
So you like
even
crouch?
a fucking inch above it, dude.
Dude,
Fuck
you
no.
like-
Your eye
crouch?
ass coordination is terrible.
Jesus
You crouch
Christ,
on the
oh
toilet.
my
I mean,
Or
I
what?
guess, dude. But like, since this was the second time I did it on accident, I was like, no, somebody has to witness this. So I just like went up to Esmond. I was like, hey, Esmond, like, check it out. And then we were like at the entrance of the movement. I was showing him the fucking shit on the toilet like it was a fucking trophy. He was just like, what the fuck?
The type you put up on the fridge or what? Proud of it?
Yeah,
Proud
Did you
shit.
know for sure 2 Big Latin plays killed themselves? I quit that job. Jesus
Bro,
Christ.
they're haunting those toilets now, dude. Fuck.
Disgusting.
I remember one
God
time
damn
when I was at Coffee Beans, so, like it was in Yorba Linda, and Yorba Linda is it's a very rich community. And somebody shit like
Why?
like not even like on the toilet seat, but like in between the toilet seat and the bowl. And I was like, "Yo, how'd you do that one, Chief?"
How the fuck?
He made a fucking sandwich.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, and my manager was like, Javier, can you go clean the bathroom? Like, after she went to go and saw that. And then I was like, bro, no. Like, I don't work in nursing anymore.
Yeah, SMH. All right, let's.
Wow.
Let's go on to a different topic since I feel like we've run out of
What were
things to
the-
talk about the ghosts.
I didn't say my ghost stories.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
go
ghost
for
story.
it.
Go for it.
Hold on.
You had ghost stories?
Yeah, it's because we used to live in that house in La Habra, and I told you guys about the Bible, the Bible we found when we were moving out.
No. What the
No.
fuck?
Okay, so I used to share a room with my 2 sisters, and that was like the kid room, I guess. And one day, well, when we were moving out, we were digging like into the depths of the closet, like shit we never even get before. Once it falls behind the closet, like that's it, you're done. And we noticed on the top of the closet there was like burn marks, and we're like, what the fuck? Like, there's just clothes in here. What's burning? So we like check it out more, and we find a Bible that was like, my family is Catholic, so it was like some religion. Like, it wasn't Catholic. It was a Catholic Bible, and we get the Bible, and we're like, oh, look at this, and we open the Bible, and the inside of the pages are burnt, like
What
the
the
inside of the
fuck?
Bible, but nothing outside the Bible. And we're like, huh, good thing we're moving. Like, yeah. And then my brother's room was like notorious for being haunted and stuff, but he had all the cool shit in there. So we're like, oh, we'll put up with it. Like, like we were playing PlayStation, and we would like hear something in the closet, or I don't know. We just, well, it's fine. Just keep playing. Just keep playing.
Don't give it attention.
Yeah. Something about there was a gnome, I think.
A gnome?
Yeah, a gnome, a dwarf, something, and I guess he would run around our house. I guess
Yo.
that's not. Yeah, no.
Duendes or like.
Yeah,
some
duende.
scary
There you
shit.
go, duende. Sorry.
You're not supposed to say the name like that
Oh.
much, dude. You like summoned them.
Oh,
Motherfucker. Like, if fucking
happened?
Sergio calls me, he's like, hey, like, I can't find this. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. I'm not coming over anymore. Like, I'm just gonna kill myself. Like, no.
Oh,
Because
so
I've heard
that-
that, like, they do mischievous shit. They, like
that
say,
actually explains a lot.
like, you put, like, your, like, I'll put my glasses right here. I'm like, I know for sure they're on the table. And then I'll go take a shit and I'll come back and they're not there. And we'll, like, look under the couches and look under here and look everywhere. And they won't be there. And then we'll come back, like, 3
No
days.
way.
Like, we'll come back next week and film. And then all of a sudden my glasses will be on the table.
Damn.
Or they'll be
That's-
like, oh, like Sergio's like, dude, I found like your glasses like in the chinchilla cage.
That
Like,
does
why are
explain
my
a lot.
like why are they covered in cum? Like, I don't know. Like, your chinchillas are weird, bro.
God. Only if they're furry.
Because I used to have guitars. Well, I still have the same guitars, and my sister would tell me that she would randomly hear them strum in the middle of the night. Like, she would just hear like that. And I guess it was the fucking
That thing.
he who should not
Yeah.
be named.
Yeah,
Yeah, Voldemort.
The tiny
style.
Voldemort. yeah.
Don't say that name.
Huh.
yeah.
Tiny Voldemort.
It's
He who
it's
shall
weird.
not-
I've heard like some people summon them because they want like good luck or good deeds done. But some of them like are mischievous and like evil, and like you have to get like a special like ritual done to get rid of them, or like you have to give them offerings for them to leave you alone.
Damn,
Little-
bro.
I've heard stories of like them kidnapping children, and children actually disappear, and then like you make an offering and you try to
You get
trade
your
and
kid
barter
back.
with these things to get your kids back, and then out of nowhere like kids appear out of the shadows.
Can you trade for a better kid?
Oh my god.
Ben, stop trying to get free kids, you
I
weirdo.
meant, that's how I meant it.
That's me.
Damn,
I mean,
bro.
like if
some-
your kid
some-
isn't
some-
behaving well, you get one that does behave. That's what I meant. Not
No, you can't.
Some
you can't say-
Beetlejuice type of shit.
Damn. Nah, yeah,
That's
it's weird.
And then, yeah, there was other times where like we had a little white dog
Mhm.
that she would run around and she liked to climb on the couches. Like
Mhm.
we'd be sitting down and she would walk behind us, like on top of the couch like a fucking cat. And one time my sister was home alone and she's like, she feels the dog walk behind her, like just on the edge of the couch like that. She's like, "Oh, hi, Angie," and she looks down and the fucking dog's at her feet. She's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna turn around," like all scared.
Dude, fuck that.
Yeah.
Slit my own
Bro.
throat, burn the house down.
But now it's your fault because you reminded me of the name.
Yeah.
See,
So now
so
you
if something bad happens, it's on you.
No, fuck you.
yeah,
man.
now
Kill
they're
yourself.
gonna be like, oh, he's aware, so we're gonna
Yeah. See,
He's self-aware.
now I'm blaming you.
Just kill yourself, too.
Might as well.
Yeah, but make sure you leave me like your Switch and your lightsabers and your will, because that way I can, sell them and pay for the cremation. Because I'm a real homie like that, you know.
He's a real homie.
Yeah,
Real one. He's a real one.
yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, like American like folklore, like it doesn't really scare me that much.
Well,
But like Mexican folklore like that, it terrifies me. Because I 100% like believe like Latinos.
say that's. Am I the only one that was born here?
Uh,
Yes.
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 Well, I mean, I grew up here.
American.
So,
No.
but then I did spend a lot of time in Mexico. So,
But you were
but I guess
born
most of the stuff
here.
I heard was over here.
Yeah.
I guess that's why it didn't scare me.
no, I heard a lot of stories growing up.
Mhm.
So
Like obviously the Llorona, La Llorona. And
La mano peluda.
there you go, La Mano Peluda.
El
But-
cucuy.
El
Yeah,
cucuy.
I mean, whenever.
El piolín de la mañana. Remember
that's
that
not
guy?
a thing. That's something else.
He's a Mexican legend.
El señor te va a llevar.
Oh, the señor,
Oh,
dude,
el
from the
señor,
from the
yeah.
99 cent store.
Yeah,
Oh,
señor.
ama.
the most.
Now other parents tell that to us when they see.
Yeah.
tell
Now
it
we're
to-
the señor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ben's like Ben.
they see me and I look like a homeless person.
Damn, that's how the folklore never dies, dude.
Yeah.
True.
You gotta
Yeah.
keep it going.
You gotta keep your legacy
Continue the
going.
trauma, dude.
And if they do point you out, you should just play along with it, dude. Just go for
Ven,
it.
niño. Ven. Me vas a lavar los calzones.
Oh,
Me vas a lavar la caca. La raja de canela. The chocolate stripes.
El premio, güey.
Damn. Salió con premio.
Salió
Oh,
con
dude.
premio.
You know, if I were ever to do that to any of you guys,
Dude.
I would
do
never.
what?
I would never like
That's
squirt
what
shit
you
out my
said.
ass like that one guy.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
what are we talking about?
Because I can
Ese
actually
local-
control my my bowels.
No,
Well,
you-
there was
shut
a
the f-
remember that video of the guy who farted on his friend while he was
Oh,
sleeping on
yeah,
the
yeah,
couch. Y le salió caldo.
Pues,
What?
Yeah.
That one.
Ay, no mames, te salió caldo,
Oh,
güey.
that is so gross.
Dude, Mexican trauma 101. That and La Caída de Edgar.
Oh, yeah.
Ay, pinche pendejo.
Yeah, güey.
And then, oh.
OG YouTube video right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember showing my dad that, and he was cracking up.
Which one?
No, the what? The kid on the log.
Oh, Edgar?
Yeah, that one.
You should show him again for good times, you know?
Damn, dude. I had some guy come into my stream yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Hey, dude, I got these like videos I want you to react to," and I
Good.
was just like, "Okay," but it was just like a bunch of like UFO shit, like talking about like all these government officials, astronauts, and
right,
shit,
yeah.
like implying the existence of UFOs,
Mm-hmm.
aliens, and shit. I'm just like, cool, dude. I mean, I'm not like really into aliens and shit, but you know, I yeah, we're going to.
Okay.
You
fuck
trying to
Transition.
you're segueing?
Yes.
Yeah,
The
segue.
But
segue?
Caesar,
That was a good
we
segue.
can't be alone. We can't be the only planet with life.
No. That's what I
That's
was getting
diff-
to.
that's
I
different.
am aware they exist.
Yeah.
I know they exist,
How do you know?
but I don't care as much as
Oh.
all these like
Where's
you know,
your source?
these like tinfoil hat people. You know?
Where's your source, bro?
Where's my bro?
Believe me, bro.
Believe
I
me.
don't think we're that
I
we're
made it up.
interesting enough to like for other aliens to explore.
Yeah, they just
See,
see us and they're
I
like,
disagree. I think if there is something out there, they just they don't have the technology to travel like light years because we don't.
either they are
Yeah,
like
well,
further
so-
ahead and not interested, or further behind
don't-
and can't get to us yet.
Oh, I mean, even then, like, I mean, I don't know, like, it's just, it's so far away, like, traveling, like, I mean, when you really think about it, and when you really get down to the numbers and all the math, I mean, traveling to, like, Mars and stuff is one thing, but traveling somewhere else, like, out of the, like, out of the solar system, it's, like, it's so far away.
Yeah. Well, I
It's
mean,
just-
is there galaxies that are older than ours?
There
Yeah.
have to be.
They
Dude.
are.
Yeah,
There's an
pretty sure.
infinite number of galaxies.
Yeah, I've
brother.
heard there's more galaxies than there are grains of sand on Earth.
I believe it. I believe
that's,
it.
That's I don't know. It's numerically like very hard for me to think about because I can't think of how many grains of fucking sand there are on Earth. That's crazy.
It's at least 2.
Yeah.
At least.
At least.
That's tough.
At
I
least.
mean, how many
Yeah.
beaches are there?
Like
And then
at
Florida,
least
multiply
two.
by the many.
like Newport Beach, Huntington Beach,
No.
Long Beach.
Kelly.
Seal
And that's a
Beach.
long
Laguna
beach, dude.
and that's all
Yeah,
the beaches.
yeah, Long Beach is long.
Long Beach is not really a beach though. It's just a musty area for like Mexicans and
Oh my
people of color hang out.
What's that one up north with all the muscly people? Venice Beach.
Venice Beach.
That's fun.
Mm.
Well, yeah, they have
Muscle
that.
Beach.
Well, what's that? Well, yeah, they have the one gym, right? The outdoor gym.
Yeah, Muscle Beach.
There's that beach with the rocks. Do those count as sand?
No.
The sand is just tiny rocks.
Hey man, who knows
Those are
how?
big
Hey,
rocks.
you know who knows how tall aliens are, dude? Maybe a rock is a grain of sand to them, so we're just like
Yeah, dude.
tiny.
Yeah.
Tiny.
Or maybe they're the size of ants, and then a little sand is a giant rock for them.
Bro. So maybe there already are aliens on Earth. Dog, and we
Exactly.
just don't know it yet.
Did you ever see that that ending to Men in Black?
Oh, where they're playing marbles?
No. Where they like, well, kind of,
Dude,
where
let him get to his point.
where they like open this door and shit. Because in the movie they open like a locker like at a train station, and inside is a huge like a civilization of these tiny like little furry creatures.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then at the end of the movie, they have a thing where they open a door, and to them it's the opposite. So they open the door, and they actually open a giant locker door, and there's even more giant aliens. So they live within a locker. So their entire like world and universe and shit is in a locker of these giant aliens.
I remember
like,
it like
holy
doing
shit.
it always like backs out. And it keeps going back and it keeps going back.
Yeah.
And everything is bigger and bigger.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. We're in a locker.
Damn, bro.
Cum stain locker.
You know that, or we're just in a matrix.
I mean,
Hmm.
okay, so what do you think is more plausible? The Matrix
The Matrix.
or like universe within a universe?
The universe one.
A universe.
One. Definitely universe.
Definitely universe.
I mean, I don't know. I think the Matrix might be.
Do you mean Matrix like just where like in a computer thing, or like the movie The Matrix where it's like robots using us as batteries?
No,
I
that-
thi-
no,
I
that's
think-
too
I think-
far-fetched.
I think a simulation is more likely.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at.
I don't know. I
I
think
mean, there's a
it's-
lot of people that are just NPCs out there. Like,
Oh yeah.
It kind of
there's-
reminds me of have you guys seen the Truman Show
no.
with Jim Carrey?
It's been a while.
I know what you're talking about, but I haven't seen it.
So it's really good because basically the point of the story is so there's this guy Truman. So Truman is he's basically in the world's like longest going reality show. So he is picked at birth to be a reality star. So he was born and he was raised by these fake people. He lives in a fake town. He has fictitious parents and everything. And there's cameras everywhere, but he doesn't know what it is because to him it's normal. And everything around him is scripted, from his love life to his best friends to everything. And basically all these cameras follow him around. And he lives in this giant biodome. And his like home, supposedly he lives on an island. And they traumatize him by having his dad die in the ocean. So he stays on the island. So he's not curious to go out.
Yeah.
Anyway, when he makes it he starts like get curious as to why things happen. And slowly the simulation falls apart around him, where he realizes that everybody does the same thing in the same order again and again every single day. Like it's a set, basically. He starts realizing that there's like sets and like things aren't real, and that like he just starts realizing these things, and then eventually he like breaks out by like getting into a boat, and they can control the weather and the wind and water and everything. So they try to like kill him, basically in the water, but he makes it to the end, and instead of touching clouds, he hits a wall. He hits a wall, and there's just clouds painted on them, and he finds stairs, and then he's like, all right, and he just like leaves the dome to go be reunited with this girl who he actually fell in love with. And it's so weird because I'm like, oh, like who's to say that I'm not living in a simulation?
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
maybe there's all like you said, NPCs around me.
Damn, bro.
You know, how do I know
So-
you guys aren't being paid or scripted to actually be my friends? Like I know I'm not that much of an interesting person, but what's to say there isn't a higher power out there to make sure the simulation keeps going? Maybe I can't go to Australia because that part of the map hasn't loaded yet.
Damn, you gotta turn up your render distance, dog.
Yeah, sorry.
You gotta get
My frame
pay
rate's
to
really
win.
low.
You gotta pay the premium service for that.
Yeah, you gotta pay premium to get to Australia.
Shit.
That's locked behind a lot of other things. Paywall, yeah, paywall.
Oh,
But you literally just explained the fucking plot line for Good Guy.
Damn. In-app purchases. Yeah,
That was
it's kind of
the-
like that. Like
Yeah,
he thinks he's a normal person. It's really weird.
yeah.
I think if we watch it, like I think you guys will like it. It's like I think it's one of the better roles I've seen like Jim Carrey do because he just like comedy shit, but this is like a drama and it's really fucking good.
Damn.
Yeah, he did a couple of those movies. They're pretty good.
Have you seen the number 23?
Which number 20? That's the name of the movie?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's good. It's
I
kind
haven't.
of like a horror drama movie with Jim Carrey. It slaps too.
Damn. Have you guys had any actual like extraterrestrial encounters though?
No.
Have you seen
no.
anything?
My cousin has.
I've seen like a really weird light in the sky. Just not
Not a
usually
beacon?
you'd see like planes, their lights would go in like a certain distance, certain speed,
Yeah.
but sometimes you just see like these fucking lights moving like erratically, like not even in like, a straight line. They're just like all over the
Zigzagging.
fucking place. And I'm like,
My
are
nephew,
Chinese balloons?
yeah.
Chinese balloons?
My nephew saw some weird shit one time when we were driving on the freeway. He started freaking out and started crying. And I was like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And I was like, this is why I don't fucking, hang out with my niece and nephews. I was like, hey, children. He starts freaking out. He's like, how are you? The plane's not moving. I was like, what do you mean? And we looked up, and there was a plane flying. And I say flying with quotations around it. It was not moving. It was just stagnant in the air. And this is like a giant, like it's a plane, like oh, I'm going from LA to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Like it's a plane. And I literally was like, the fuck? And I looked at it, and we're on the freeway, and the plane is not moving. Like there is no movement as it's
Lagging.
going through the air. Like it's just
Hey,
It's just
crazy thing. You woke up a memory. I've had that shit happen to me before too. I've had that experience before. You
Isn't it
fucking
weird?
woke up a fucking memory
A
that
core
I fucking
memory?
kept
Core memory
a
unlocked.
core memory. I think it's a memory that I like put way behind me, but I believe I had the same fucking experience
Damn.
with seeing a plane that's just like stagnant in the air, like not moving. Like, what the fuck?
Oscar
Like-
too. Or what?
Damn.
Like I can't be the only. Like when you said that, I'm all like, yo, ain't no way I've had the same fucking experience as you.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
That's weird. I remember being on an airplane and it not moving and staring down at a car and being like, what the fuck?
Shut
Yeah.
up.
Shut up, man.
This is why we bully you, dude.
Good.
Where's our pizza?
You told me after I left.
I told you at 6:31.
Yeah.
You did not respond for 7 minutes.
Guys,
Yeah.
I am very hungry.
Same.
Okay.
I'm also very hungry.
Uh,
How long has this thing been
I'm
running?
as malnourished as
I have
Oscar.
no idea, but it could be. We could take a small break right now.
yeah, bro, I'm down for like 4 chicken nuggets, dude.
Back to Wendy's.
4 chicken nuggets.
4
yeah, okay,
chicken
fine.
nuggets,
Yeah.
dude. I'm down.
I mean,
All
We'll find
right.
out.
So we're gonna take a break, and we're gonna come back and kind of figure out what we want to talk about afterwards,
Yep.
or if we want to continue this topic.
Sounds good.
All right. Cool.
Cool.
Take a break.
All right, welcome back to the OC Beans podcast. We're back for round 2 after our small break. We left off talking
Small.
about we left off talking about UFOs, or in the realm of UFOs and extraterrestrial life. Are there any topics you guys want to pick up, or you guys want to keep on going with the UFOs? If you guys have anything to add to this.
I think we've dried up a little bit on UFOs.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much said what I think.
Yeah, there's not much.
Let's talk about crackheads in Orange County.
Oh God.
Oh,
You know, recently I found out that apparently Fullerton is the fentanyl capital of California.
oh, what?
Nice.
Yeah.
They got the Fenty?
Yeah, they got that Fenty, dude. And not the good one by Rihanna, like fentanyl. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like bad.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, that's why there's like such a, I don't know, huge homeless population in Fullerton. I found that just because of that.
Okay. I'm not a druggie. What is it exactly?
Fentanyl?
Yeah.
It's a drug that I think it like imitates the effects of heroin.
But how do you
I think
do
it's used to like wean you off of heroin. But yeah, apparently like it's really popular in
But
Fullerton.
you
and,
smoke it or?
I think it's injected. I don't know. I don't do drugs so much.
I don't know, Ben, but
Can we do a
you
trial?
pretty much
No.
You look
Oh.
you look like somebody that does drugs though.
No, I don't actually. I just
You
drink.
do. You think you don't, but you do.
I don't.
You think you don't?
To the best of my knowledge, I don't.
You look like somebody that,
So
that
if
likes to do drugs.
Fentanyl is a
You're
highly,
literally dressed like somebody.
What the
Yeah,
f-
you
I'm
look
in my
homeless.
work uniform and my jacket.
The jacket
your
looks
raggedy
like
ass
your-
jacket.
Yeah, your jacket and
your
your
gnarly
Yeah, your
beard.
jacket looks homeless.
Yeah.
Ni te peinas, dude. You're the manager.
I wear
Go
a hat.
guapito. Yeah.
Nah, you look like
Yeah.
you
Damn,
smoke
so do
weed all the
homeless.
time, Ben.
Yeah, dude.
That's what you look like. to
You
me.
gotta look like you make $1 million an hour.
Shut the fuck.
Oh,
I mean, I at least look decent at work, and I make fucking like 1/1000th of what my boss makes. Okay, so
wait, why are we sure now? Let's go back to the topic.
fentanyl is a highly potent synthetic opioid, primarily used as a analgesic. Since 2018, fentanyl and its analogs are responsible for most drug overdose deaths in the United States, causing over 71,000 deaths in 2021.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
What we can take away from this is don't do drugs,
Yeah,
Don't do
and you'll be
drugs.
okay.
yeah. I mean, I carry Narcan in my car in
See-
case somebody fucking overdoses in front of me.
Oh.
Like it's for heroin, fentanyl, and I forgot what other types of like overdoses. But basically, it does help with overdose. But like as soon as you administer Narcan, you have to call 911. Kind of sucks.
What happens if you take it without overdosing?
What do you mean? I don't
Like
know.
if you try it.
I don't know.
God damn it.
+1 drug immunity?
Ben, I have to.
Yeah.
pay.
What if you take it before you overdose?
Ben,
Would you like to try that, Ben?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
We'll do it, and I'll have you pay for my new thing of Narcan.
How much is it?
I got it's $50 a
Oh,
thing.
that's not bad. Let's go.
That's with insurance. Without,
I have insurance.
Well, I don't care. You're gonna pay for mine. I don't have insurance right now.
Oh.
Narcan without insurance is $176.
That's still not bad. Let's
All
go.
right, cool. Sell me.
Nah.
You know how much? That's how much your headset was. Remember?
Oh, there you
That was
go.
100.
Was it 100?
Yeah.
I was on sale.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
With tax,
Damn.
it was like 107.
Oh, shit.
Well,
It's
I
okay.
just I misheard
I'm
this.
gonna return them because like
You don't like them?
now the couplings are nice, but they're too small for my ears. Kind of crushing my piercings.
Are they supposed to be over ear or on ear?
I don't fucking know what it look like.
Read the bot.
Yeah, no, I didn't think you would like them,
And you
but
let
that
him
was our
buy them?
only option, really, because everything else was not great.
It just says noise canceling.
It just says they go on your head.
It says they go in your head.
Wireless,
which
pure
one?
bass sound, active noise canceling, fast pair.
I don't know. Yeah, those look like they're supposed to be over ear, but they're like a little bit small for your head, for your ears.
Doesn't say.
But is that why? Going back on topic, is that why like this year for like Halloween, like parents were told like, "Hey, yo, check your kids' shit because there might be fucking fentanyl in there."
It's cheaper and more potent than heroin.
But why would someone do
What
that?
the-
Usually, when a kid is like drugged like that, it's always somebody that's close to the
Because
kid.
people are fucking assholes. They're
Yeah, people are
monsters.
fucking assholes, dude.
Who's
What-
gonna
dude,
buy a bunch of drugs just to drug a bunch of random
Bruh,
kids?
people,
Because I think it's funny.
I
yeah,
guess.
people used to.
You've
fucking,
never, I can tell you've never dealt with the university kids. They're assholes.
No,
I've seen them drug girls.
that's every university.
Yeah, but at university where it's a bunch of rich ass fucking white kids.
Yeah,
Of course they're gonna do it. Mommy and daddy will pay for them to get out of it.
true.
Or douchebags.
Yeah, bro. Exactly.
Yeah,
But yeah.
it's,
I mean, they used to stick fucking
for-
razor blades in apples, dude. What do you mean?
you know, just for legal reasons, we should probably like omit that name specifically.
Oh,
Yeah,
the university.
yeah.
We'll just
I
bleep it out.
don't have the
Yeah.
money. For
I'll
that.
bleep it out. It's
I don't have
fine.
the money for.
I do. I got lawyers.
I'll just bleep it out.
Do
It's
you
fine.
remember the year that they snuck onto the campus and killed a turkey at our school?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No, dude. Like anything outside of like,
Like a 3-foot radius of you?
yeah, 3 4. I,
No, we so you know how we had the farm at school.
yeah.
We had a turkey one year, and students from this specific place they snuck onto campus and murdered the turkey or something. I think they murdered it and then like set it on fire.
What the fuck?
I don't remember what it was.
Was it Thanksgiving?
No, they just did it for shits and giggles.
Was it Thanksgiving?
It was
Stay away.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. It was,
Wrecked.
You got riggedy right.
He
No.
really did. Yeah, good time.
Fucking.
So I guess are we moving on from drugs?
Well, the only drug I need is Jesus. So
Shut,
The fuck up, man.
shut the fuck up.
I mean, I've noticed that there's a significant rise in drug use in the past like 5 years.
Ah, yeah.
Definitely, COVID did not help.
no,
Oh,
no.
no.
everyone just being home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shit.
well, where's the best place to do drugs? Your own home.
That's true.
And then you
Someone
become
else's home.
homeless.
Very,
The
very, very.
homeless don't have home.
Yeah, that's why I don't think I can do drugs. I think I'll just get too addicted.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm just too
I don't
lazy.
know. You're just too lazy. I don't. It just doesn't appeal to me. Like having that whole out of body experience or whatever the fuck. Like I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't really care for it, so
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Because
Just
alcohol,
alcohol,
it's like
yeah.
whatever.
yeah, I don't
really
drink
like
either,
drinking.
so
What about nicotine, though?
I don't
I don't
like
smoke
drink
either.
smoking either.
No.
No.
See,
No.
Javier smoked one cigarette and look what happened to him.
That is true.
That
You
is
do have really fucking bad luck. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
You ever want to hit Ben with your car?
Hey, yo. Hey, my clutch has been slipping recently, so, you
Hit
know.
him.
It hasn't.
Yeah, no, nicotine's not for me.
Nah, dude. I tried
Weed,
vape.
weed's
What?
aight.
Huh?
Weed's aight.
Weed's aight?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Mm.
Like I think
Smells
I
bad to
think
me.
it
Yeah.
does. It's definitely very pungent. It's not a
Yeah.
it's an acquired smell.
I would never
don't like the smell
use
at all.
devil's grass.
The devil's cabbage.
The devil's
Or
lettuce.
whatever it's called.
I mean, I've only tried it like 3 times.
And did he
Not for
almost
me.
die?
And they were not
Only one time.
Second hand or first hand?
One time was at school. Somebody gave me a brownie,
Nice.
Oh.
but it only lasted me until I got out of school, and then in between that, I don't know what happened, and then I got home.
You were just
Oh,
home.
sick. You just
Yeah.
teleported?
Yeah, I just teleported. Yeah.
Just autopilot.
You fast traveled.
Instant
And
transmission.
then, and then second time was with Escobedo through a pool noodle.
What
I
the
think
fuck?
I got mostly plastic and not like the actual weed from that.
Full of
Microplastics.
But you know, it was a little fun. I'm not gonna lie. We were watching like Yu Yu Hakusho, and you know that one character Junior came up, and I was just laughing at him because he looked so stupid.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And then the time I almost fucking died with the
No, with me.
brownie
Yeah,
because
that
of
was,
Luis.
Well, it was. I thought it was cookies, wasn't it?
It was a cookie.
That was a cookie. Oh,
it was a cookie.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
a-
yeah.
Fucking we ate like half the cookie, and then like Luis was like, "Oh shit, the cookie's
Do
10
you remember
servings."
what it was called?
Nice.
So we had 5 servings.
Do you,
Yeah,
remember,
I was-
you guys remember what the cookie was called?
No,
No idea, bro.
Chips Ahoy.
I mean, I don't think Luis got it from like a legit place.
I just remember him giving me like half, and I was like,
Remember
1
when-
hour later.
when we gave it to Fabio and put it in a coffee bean and tea leaf bag.
Oh
And we were like, "Oh yeah, like here's a cookie." He's like, "Oh, thanks, guys." And then he gave it to his
I
fucking
just
manager,
remember
and his manager got fucking zooted and went home for the day. He's like, "I don't feel well." It was like an old lady. It was like an old white lady.
I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that too. We should talk about that one time though. I mean, I was the only one sober,
Yeah. Thank you for helping me out.
so maybe. So who should I just tell the story though?
Yeah, just tell it.
I wasn't there, so
Yeah,
all
I
you.
mean, yeah, because well, you guys weren't in your.
yeah, they weren't there.
In a
either.
good state of mind.
No, you guys were not aware of what was going on for some of the time.
Was that when you left the stain?
What?
Yeah,
that a
yeah,
different-
that
We'll
was
get to
the
it.
sound.
It was the
We'll get to
time.
that.
The legendary stain.
We'll get to that. So essentially, what happened is we were just having a normal hangout as we did often back then. We just be like, all right, we want to hang out.
Yeah.
Somebody picks everybody up in a car and we just drive around, go somewhere. It was Espen. It was Espen, Caesar, Javier, Luis, and myself.
Yeah.
Luis, he had I can't remember. It must have been like 3 or 4 cookies
Uh-huh.
that were edibles, obviously. Yeah. Pretty strong ones. Pretty big cookies actually, I remember. At first I thought I was a normal cookie and I almost took it. I wasn't driving. I was actually driving Javier's car, but
Yeah, because you left your car at my house to
Yeah.
save me a parking spot. I think it was my sister's birthday too.
yeah, so
we just dipped.
Yeah, so we just took your car, the all reliable Camry. So we took your car, and then we went to some park, I guess. And then on the way to the park, you guys eat the cookies. Caesar eats half of the cookie. So by the time we're at the park, he's gone. He starts laughing, like just at nothing, like just walking the trail, and he's just laughing, and I'm like.
And I think I started
guess.
laughing because he started laughing.
Yeah, so then he started laughing.
Oh yeah.
So then eventually they started coming down from it. So then we started actually no, they were right in the middle of it. And then we leave. I drive, obviously. And they are all saying that I'm driving too fast. And I'm like, no, I'm not. You should see me when I'm driving my car. So essentially, they start getting hungry. We go to Jack in the Box. Stop at a Jack in the Box. We get there, we order food. And at this point, they're starting to really feel it.
Yeah.
Mr. Krabs.
Come down. Yeah, they really started feeling Mr. Krabs.
Well, specifically me.
And specifically Caesar, yes. He started to really feel it coming down on him. He just looked like he was in somewhere else. I don't even think he remembers anything. Or maybe because I don't know at this point if he remembers it because we told him what happened, or if he remembers what happened.
No. After I vomited, like I didn't remember anything.
Anything after that?
No, until we got to the legendary spot. That's
Okay, so what happened is we were just eating. We ordered food. We were gonna eat. There was a family there at the Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
There was a family there, and so yeah, we were just sitting there, and then Caesar all of a sudden just projectile vomits into.
Not projectile. He just starts like oozing.
No, it was like that.
initial was
Yeah, the first
yeah.
it
I
came
think I
out
was paying
with
attention.
force. I remember it came out with force.
With force.
Luis had the instinct to just put his food basket in there, and on Jack in the Box you get little baskets. with
really good
paper.
reflexes, by the way.
Yeah, he basically caught almost all of it. I mean, yeah, so he threw up so much that the vomit was oozing out of the basket.
It was
I mean,
over-
it's a basket and it has paper on it, but it was filled. I mean, those fries
brim.
and that burger was swimming in vomit.
Oh,
It was
fuck.
not good.
It overflowed onto the table. At
Yeah,
one point.
it was,
Holy
it was not
shit.
good.
What the fuck?
At that time, then the family that was there just walked out and they were like, they're like, what the heck? It's just a Jack in the Box, but then these families all creeped out, so they started leaving. And then at this point, Javier walks outside. And he's like, he started to feel it.
No, it's because grossing me out so
Oh,
bad,
okay.
and the smell was getting to me that I was like, I need to go outside or I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
So yeah, because you went outside and then I walked outside to see how you were doing. I mean, at this point, obviously, I was driving.
Yeah.
So then I go to drop off Caesar off to his house, and Espen, they live, just easier to drop him off. And then on the way to Caesar's house, Javier gets this feeling of disgust
Well, no. So what happened
or
was,
something, but
No.
he told me this pulled over. But
Yeah,
go ahead, I'll
because
let-
like we were at Jack in the Box, and then as soon as I got in the car, it like started to like slowly sink in. Like I think I was like at 40%, and like I could feel like my whole body vibrating. But like it felt like I was in a massage chair, and I was like, oh. And you were like, "Are you good?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm just getting like the best massage right now." But like I was just sitting in my passenger seat, but
Yeah.
I felt like I was vibrating. And then I remember we pulled over to remember in the parking lot, and I had to go and sit in the middle of the parking lot and try to like focus myself. I gave myself a pep talk. I was like, "You can do this. You got this." Got in the car and drove like literally just like half a mile to your house, and then I was like, "Okay, Sergio, pull over." I goes right by the post office, and then I, like projectile vomited onto the wall so hard that it like burned the fucking cement, and that stain is still there, and it's been like 4 or 5 years.
probably longer than that at this point, but yeah, it's been a long time.
Jesus Christ, real.
Yeah, and yes, we are all older.
Yeah. I mean,
Jesus,
my POV, right, was I ate that half cookie.
Too
you know,
fast.
an hour passed by, and I was like, "Bro, Luis, I'm not feeling shit. Give me another half."
Oh, no.
So I ate that half too.
Oh
And
no!
I was like, so when was it supposed to hit me? And it was just like, whatever. So on the way to the park, there's like this kind of like half circular like part where that's when I like started feeling it, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I just started like, when you play like a game with motion blur, you just see that shit. I just saw that shit everywhere. I was like, what the
I wasn't driving at this point, by the way.
yeah, bro. And then somebody started laughing, so I started laughing. And I was like me outside, I was just laughing my ass off.
You're zooted.
And then in my brain, I was just like, well, "Why are you laughing? There's nothing funny." And then I laughed even harder.
Damn, bro, you were fucking gone, dude.
He
You were
was
fucking-
I was zooted.
Dude, you were
You should have seen
zooted,
it. You
dude.
should have
The
seen.
moment I got out of the car, dude, like I stepped one foot on the fucking floor, my vision was zoomed in times 10. Like, when you're on a web browser, you just zoom in that thing, shit, like times 10. That was basically what I was seeing.
You basically had
I
the
was
drunk
just like-
goggles from high school.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, whoa, what the fuck? And I had to like calculate my every fucking step, or I'd eat shit. And like we were gonna go on a trial, right? On like a trial, yeah, we were gonna go walk there, and then, I don't know what I looked like to you guys. I was probably like,
yeah, you were just we walked maybe like an eighth of a mile.
yeah,
And then we just went back.
Yeah, because I think like he started really feeling it.
Yeah, so then I was like, okay, well, I guess maybe, and then we thought, okay, maybe we just get some food and it'll
Yeah.
come down.
yeah, no,
He never ate any of that.
I took a bite, one bite of a fucking fry, and I couldn't handle
Poor
it.
Luis, he only bit his burger one time.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
bite to the burger, and then
I mean, at least I got him back for that time at In-N-Out where he just took a bite of my burger when I want to go get soda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I got him back that way.
Yeah.
He took one bite of his burger, then it was covered in vomit the next.
Yeah.
that was an interesting day. I mean, at the end of the day, I had to just. I was eating by myself. Well, technically not by myself.
At another table just watching them or
No.
No.
We left. We had to leave.
Yeah.
We threw away the
employees
stuff.
were very mad.
Yeah.
Which it's understandable.
we got our food. We just walked out.
Yeah.
I drove Caesar to his house, Espen to his house, Luis to his house, and then Javier I couldn't take to his house, so because
Because it was my sister's birthday.
yeah, so and he was high, so they would have been upset. So then I just went to the mall parking lot, just sat there eating my food by myself. Technically not by myself because Javier was there, but he was knocked
I was
out.
passed out in the
He
back seat.
just passed out. I was just eating just chilling, watching videos, eating food. And then this security guard comes up to me. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm just waiting for somebody at the mall." And be like, "Oh, you can't wait here." So then I drove like maybe like 3 spots down, and then I parked again. And I just waited, and then Javier eventually woke up. Cause
No, and then I remember the guy asking us, and I told him to fuck off.
no, well, yeah, you were kind of asleep, but he it was already dark at that point. He came out with the flashlight and everything, and I was like, I was on my phone eating food, like, but whatever. So yeah,
Yeah, when you guys dropped me off, you know, going up the stairs was a challenge.
yeah.
And then
I remember you took a long time.
yeah, and then there was actual fucking side effects after, like the next day.
Wait, headaches? Or...
No, like everything for me was delayed by like 2 seconds.
Damn,
Dude,
bro.
I thought I was having a seizure at work the next day, and they were fucking assholes because so basically I went home, I slept most of it off, and my mom was pissed because there was a party, and I passed out in the middle of the living room, like on the floor, like on the rug. And then I woke up and I remember like I had Jack in the Box tacos in the fridge. I just got up and I ate them cold. Like that's how hungry I was. So I had the munchies after. So I downed all of them. My mom was pissed. She's like, "You're high." I was like, "I wasn't." And she's like, "Your car's parked crooked." I was like, "And?" Like I parked it. I was like, "That's all that matters."
Embracing your feminine side.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, because he actually did have to park his own car, because I had to drive my car out.
All right.
Yeah, because he sent me a parking spot.
Yeah.
And then I remember like I was like whatever, and like who cares? Like it's just a little crooked. It was like hella crooked. It was like a foot off the curb. I was like what the fuck? And
That's still legal, so you're fine.
Yeah, so
Within the limits.
I went to work the next day, and then we were having electrical issues because it's Fullerton, and like Cal State Fullerton like always drains all the fucking electricity from like 3 square blocks, so they have regular power outages. So the lights were being fucky and they were flashing, and I was like staring at the floor. Why are the lights flashing? I was like, am I having like effects like after like I'm not high anymore? And then I told my friend Lance, it's like, dude, I got really high yesterday. I think I have like I'm having like eye problems. I'm like, I keep seeing the lights flash, but like they're not flashing, are they? He's like, no. And I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, I have to have empirical proof. So I took my phone out and I recorded like the floor for like 30 seconds. And then I had to look at the video again. I'm like, oh yeah, the lights are flashing like in the video too. I'm like, it's not just me. I was like, man, fuck you.
Yeah, he's just dumb.
And yeah, my friend Lance was like, like laughing. I was like, yeah, fuck you.
Damn, bro.
I was traumatized.
I was expecting one of your coworkers to go nightmare, 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 nightmare.
Oh, they were just fucking with me because I told them I got like violently high, and they're like, oh yeah, like we're gonna fucking traumatize you. I'm like, great, thanks guys.
Yeah. Hiding it
The
from my
coffee
mom
bean
was a
days.
bitch.
Damn, bro. Y'all talking about getting high, dude. But the fucking experiences that I've fucking had, you guys have all been around for majority.
Yours
of
is
them.
just alcohol.
Mine is
Yeah.
alcohol,
Because
dude.
you're lightweight.
Could you
I'm
imagine
a-
him crossfaded?
Huh?
Could you imagine Oscar crossfaded? Man, that
Hey.
No,
Dude.
he'd die.
He'd be vomiting and shitting at the
Hey,
same time.
hey, oi, it's happened.
Oh no.
It's happened to me,
You weigh like 5 pounds,
dude. I know. I was out in the middle of the fucking desert.
Jesus.
Oh God.
We had an open bar,
Oh,
and
shit.
so we got to pour our own drinks.
What? 2 shots? Fuck.
Bro, no. It was only like 8 or 9 in the dunes. So people were like cooking up food at night. You know, you go to one of the trailers of like people that are around. You know,
Just go up to the trailer?
well, I mean, it was a group.
Oh.
It was a group. We're in a group. You know, so we make a horseshoe in the desert out of all the trailers and
Yeah,
trucks and whatever. And people bring out the grills and start cooking. You know. You can walk up to one, they'll ask you, you want a beer, you want soda, you know, you want something to eat. Oh, yeah, sure. You know, they hook it up, you know. One of the guys goes, hey, yo, you want a beer? I'm like, yeah, sure. He's like, what do you want? I'm like, what do you have? He's like, we have, you want good beer or you want a Bud Light? I'm all like, give me a good beer. He's like, all right, here you go. He gives me a fucking Sam Adams Oktoberfest. I'm like, I'm chilling. I go grab like a couple tacos. I go sit down, drink. I go over to the table, pour myself a rum and coke. I'm like, sick. I go into another trailer. They start handing out tequila shots. I start taking tequila shots. I go to the bonfire. They start passing around a bottle of Jameson around the fucking bonfire. Start taking shots of that. I go behind the campers with a bunch of other people. They're passing around the the devil's lettuce.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, all right, cool. And then we're chilling. One of them goes, "Hey, you want to hit the pen?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I hit that shit too. And then I'm chilling. I'm like, "All right, cool." I'm just like leaning back in a Long Beach chair, looking up at the stars. I'm like, "Hey, yo, let me hit that again." You know, I fucking grab it. I hit it again. I'm like, sick. I'm looking up at the sky. The sky starts to fucking spin. I'm all like, "Oh no, bro!" Like 3 seconds later, the sky is spinning. I sit up, projectile vomit just all over the fucking sand. First thought that comes to my mind, not the fucking tacos, man.
See, that story blows my fucking mind because I've seen you get like fucking like shit faced off like 3 wine coolers.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you mixing that much alcohol
Yeah.
and weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm impressed you did not die.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't die.
I think your body just projectile vomited to like just to
save you.
survive.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it
Hit the
did.
panic button.
'Cause it did, dude.
It said expel
Dude,
everything.
it was black, dude. My vomit was straight black,
Jesus Christ.
dude. It was projectile too.
It's probably covered by the rum and coke and shit.
Yeah, and then I went over to the seat. I'm like, "Hey, yo, I just threw up." They're like, "Sick." It's like, "You want a beer?" I'm all like, "Nah, I'm chilling. I'm
Most people are
chilling."
not your friends. Let me tell you that.
Fuck.
True.
And then
We at least got you a gator.
And I mean, I went up to one of the coolers, grabbed the Gatorade myself, you know. But yeah, I remember I'm all like, "Hey, yo, you got a garbage bag?" Because we were sleeping in bunks inside of the RV. I'm like, just in case, you know. I wake up the next morning. I go over by the campfire. There's a black stain in the sand. I'm all like, "Yo, what the fuck, dude?"
Yummy.
Like, I stained the sand black, dude. I'm like, "What the fuck did I eat? What the fuck did I do to my body?"
What about you, ex-alcoholic?
I actually haven't been like pass out drunk that often.
That
often?
often?
That often? That
It's
often?
only once every couple
think-
weeks.
One of the ones I remember the most is just I was at a party with Jonathan, like, and we were drinking. I mixed a lot of alcohol that day, and then I was just home. Like, I don't remember. Apparently, I slapped him.
What?
Honestly, it's well deserved
Yeah.
because I mean he did ruin your family's like
I-
sleep that one night in
Yeah,
Mexico.
I slapped him. I had cake. I have a picture of the cake, like just on the floor.
On the floor.
Yeah. I apparently kept everybody. I kept calling everybody like Jesus because everybody there was Mexican. Everybody there was
God.
Latino, and I didn't know anybody. So I'm like, "Oh, let me guess your name. Is it like Jesus or something?" And like I was right like 3 times. So.
What the fuck?
3 times out of 10.
And it was a girls too or no?
I mean, it was fucking Jesus or something. Yeah, and I was just home,
What?
and it was just the next day. I'm like, okay,
Quick
And it-
teleport.
yeah,
I actually remember you telling this story.
yeah, and I guess at some time in the middle of the night, I just leaned over my bed and just threw up, and then just went back to bed. And I woke up, and there was just a pile of throw up, or a puddle of throw up in my room.
Did you slip on it or what?
No,
His dog Mickey was eating it the next time.
I don't know where he was.
He probably
Bro was repulsed by you. He fucking he left the room. He's like, "You just asqueroso, dude."
Because at that time, I only had one dog. So I don't.
yeah, his dog eats shit, but you didn't want to eat that.
For real. He's like, "I like my nuts, but even that's gross."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One
then-
more thing.
Mhm.
You were going to talk about the surgery, right?
The surgery.
Talk about it, Ben.
Yeah, Ben.
Wait, what?
Okay.
What's going on?
Just one last thing.
So, when I was a kid, I was kind of dumb, I guess.
Still are.
Yeah, still dumb, kind of dumb. And one night, randomly, my mom noticed that my snores sounded different, like kind of rattly. They're like, "What the fuck? Like, we gotta take this kid to the doctor." And they go to check me out, and I think they do an X-ray. They found something, but they're like, "Oh, he has something in his nose. Like, we have to take it out." And I don't know if I blocked it out or something. I apparently was smelling a flower, and it went into my nose, like into my fucking nasal cavity. And I tried to take it out with a stick, and that got stuck in there too. Then apparently I got a rock and tried it with that, and that rock was in there too.
Oh my God.
So like, okay, we need to get that out. So they take me to the doctor and surgery or whatever, surgeon, and they put like this tube just up my nose, and they like just keep vacuuming, and I guess eventually the rock and stick came out and the flower too. And the dumb part is that it was a fake flower, so it didn't even smell like anything.
Only Ben.
Yeah,
Only Ben.
How did the flower smell like?
plasticky. Yeah, and then I just remember seeing the tube in my nose and just like a bunch of blood coming, because I guess they were suctioning too hard or something.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of blood in the tube, and I'm like, okay, are they gonna stop it? It's got it going for a while. And they eventually got it out. I'm like, okay.
Maybe they sucked out part of your brain. Maybe that's why
That
you are the way
explains
you
a
are.
lot, yeah. They went too far. I don't know.
Damn. Is that what you tell your whichever? All right, you have a nice day off too.
Shut the
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get.
I saw I had a tonsillectomy.
Next podcast, we're gonna have a segment on Ben's best moments.
God damn
Ben's
it.
best moments.
I'll sound better next time. I'll have a headset and shit. All that.
An actual mic.
An actual mic.
The mic doesn't
need to
sound
bring your
too bad,
headset,
I
too.
think.
Yeah,
For,
but
like-
it's if I keep moving it like this, like if I'm talking and I'm holding it like this.
Well, yeah, but you're actively doing it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't do that when you're. I mean, I
Yeah.
can see.
Well, I mean, I've been
you're like
holding it
changing
like this.
the position a little bit, but you're like.
Yeah, because you guys are on a couch. I'm on a fucking metal chair.
Then bring yourself a luncher or get here early.
True.
Claim a spot on the
Or
on the
buy
couch.
yourself a stand like Caesars, and then you can sit right there next to Oscar.
Yeah.
But
You
I'm
can
too
hold
loud.
hands.
I can't be in between them.
Why not?
That's true.
No, I can sit over there. I don't mind. I'll get a launcher.
I'll lay on the floor. You
I
guys can go
offered-
with me.
Oh, true.
I offered to lay under the table.
Yeah, but you're creepy. No one wants you down there.
What? I'm gonna go for Caesar's feet.
Then
Why
we would
I
have
do
had some feedback, like in the mic, inside of the mic,
that? I guess.
because they're too close. We have to be a little bit more separate.
yeah.
All right. So how much time we got left?
I mean,
that
we're at an hour and a half right now.
All right.
I think 90 minutes is good.
All right. Yeah. I think it's time to
Yeah.
wrap things up.
That's fine. What do you guys? Any last words or anything you want
Any
to?
last words, Dan? You gonna fucking murder us? What the fuck? Any last words?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, no. Anything else you guys want to add to today's iteration of the OC Beans podcast?
No, that
Um,
was fun.
yeah.
That was a good time.
Good time.
Yeah.
I gotta wash my balls.
Sick ass invite.
Sick ass.
Don't you always?
Hey, it's gonna be raining tonight, dude. You can just
Yeah,
go and
just
spread
go
eagle
Oh,
outside.
free shower?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, just,
Say less.
Free car wash too, dude.
Free car washes. Sheesh.
Yes,
I got new wiper blades, dude. Sheesh.
Alright.
I can actually. fucking
Earlier when I was on the phone, I went outside and then I was like, "Oh fuck, it's raining," and I went to my car to get my umbrella, and my dumbass left it at work in the work truck.
Yes.
So I just got wet. I was like, "Fuck."
Damn, bro. You should have asked me. I got a portal gun in my back seat.
You weren't here, fool.
Oh.
You were still fucking, I don't know, being somewhere doing Yu-Gi-Oh shit. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
Well,
fuck you,
so
Yu-Gi-Oh.
this has been the OC Beans podcast. We will see you guys next week, preferably.
yeah. See ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right, bye. I love you.
Bye. Pero lavas.